Hello students, welcome to this video lecture on challenges in social entrepreneurship. So what are the challenges social entrepreneurs face when they execute their dream or ambition or mission? Yes, social entrepreneurship combines business innovation with social mission. It focuses on solving societal problems sustainably. It faces unique challenges when compared to traditional businesses. So, social entrepreneurship is a dynamic approach that merges traditional business practices with a focus on social or environmental missions. These businesses operate in an environment where the emphasis is not just on profit maximization but also on long term social and environmental benefits. The inherent challenge lies in balancing the drive for business growth with the social responsibility the business carries. As they operate in complex social environments and often prioritize impact over profits, they face a unique set of challenges distinct from traditional businesses. So, what is the importance of understanding challenges? Why should we understand the challenge? It prepares entrepreneurs for real world hurdles. It enables proactive planning and strategy building. So, it is essential for sustainable impact and growth. Understanding the challenge is very crucial to plan for future. So, anticipating and understanding the challenges faced in social entrepreneurship prepares entrepreneurs for the realities of running such an enterprise. While passion for social impact is crucial, a lack of preparedness for challenges like funding, shortages, or mission creep can hinder progress. A well thought out plan, awareness of potential pitfalls, and the ability to adjust strategies are essential to successfully navigate the complexities of the social sector and build an enduring social enterprise. So, balancing social mission and profitability. Difficult to prioritize both impact and income. Risk of mission drift toward commercial focus. Need for sustainable business models. So, the balancing act between generating profit and maintaining a strong social mission is a challenge that social entrepreneurs face regularly. While the social objective may drive the enterprise, financial sustainability is necessary for long term success. Without profitability, the enterprise risks closing down or being reliant on external funding, which may not always align with its mission. Ensuring that profits are reinvested into the social cause rather than diverting focus towards commercial success alone is key to staying true to the enterprise's goals. Limited access to capital. So, traditional investors prefer profit maximizing ventures. Social enterprises often don't fit standard investment models. Reliance on grants and donations can be unstable. One of the greatest hurdles for social entrepreneurs is accessing adequate capital. Traditional investors are often reluctant to fund businesses that are not solely focused on maximizing profits. Additionally, social enterprises typically don't fit neatly into venture capital or private equity models because of their social focus. While grants and donations can provide essential funding, they are often uncertain and not guaranteed to be sustainable. Without sufficient capital, social enterprises can struggle to grow, scale their impact, or even survive in competitive markets. Measuring social impact. Impact is very hard to quantify. It's very hard to difficult to measure than profits because of lack of standardized metrics. So it is essential for attracting investors and validating efforts, measurement tests. So measuring social impact remains one of the most difficult challenges for social enterprises. While financial performance is easily quantifiable, the success of social impact is often more subjective and long term. It's not always clear how to measure intangible outcomes like improved quality of life or social inclusion. Without standardized impact metrics, it becomes difficult to demonstrate success to investors, stakeholders, and the communities served. Developing reliable systems for tracking social impact is essential for proving the value of the enterprise and maintaining accountability. Next one is navigating complex regulatory environments. Legal structures for social enterprises vary widely. Some regions they lack clear frameworks for hybrid models. So compliance can be costly and time consuming. Social enterprises operate in an often murky legal space. The hybrid nature of these businesses, balancing profit making with social goals, makes it very difficult to choose an appropriate legal structure. In some regions, there are no specific frameworks for social enterprises, requiring them to adopt non profit, for profit, or hybrid structures that might not align well with their goals. This ambiguity can lead to legal challenges, higher operational costs, and increased time spent on compliance rather than focusing on mission delivery. Next one is resource constraints. They have limited human and financial resources. They are high reliance on volunteer support, difficulty in attracting skilled professionals. Social enterprises, they often operate with tight budgets and limited staffing, which can hinder their ability to grow or scale their operations. They often rely heavily on volunteers, especially in the early stages. But this can create challenges related to consistency, quality, and commitment. Securing skilled professionals who are willing to work for lower than market salaries can also be a major obstacle. Without access to sufficient resources, social enterprises may struggle to deliver their services or expand their impact. Next one is competing with traditional businesses, market competition, competing with non-profits for funding and attention, and also limited customer awareness of social value. These are the hurdles they face, challenges they face. Social enterprises often find themselves in competition with both traditional businesses and non-profit organizations. Traditional businesses have the advantage of larger marketing budgets and more efficient operations, while non-profits compete for the same donor dollars and grants. Furthermore, customers may be unaware or unconcerned about the social value a company provides, making it harder to build a loyal customer base. Social enterprises need to differentiate themselves and educate their customers about the unique value they offer. Need to educate consumers about social mission, building awareness and trust. So, overcoming skepticism and misinformation and the importance of brand authenticity. So, social entrepreneurs face the challenge of building trust with their customers, especially when there is skepticism about the authenticity of their social mission. Many people are wary of companies that claim to be socially responsible, often due to past experiences with greenwashing or other misleading practices. To combat with this, social enterprises must be transparent about their operations, demonstrate their social impact, and maintain authenticity in their messaging. Creating meaningful connections with customers and other stakeholders is essential for long-term success. Managing stakeholder expectations. They need to balance the expectations of investors, customers, and beneficiaries. There will be conflicting priorities, so that might arise. So, it requires strong communication and negotiation skills to solve the conflict. Social entrepreneurs must balance the expectations of various stakeholders, each of whom may have different priorities. Investors typically expect financial returns while customers seek high quality products or services. At the same time, the beneficiaries of the social mission may prioritize access, affordability, or service delivery. These competing demands can sometimes cause friction, especially when resources are limited. Strong leadership, clear communication, and ongoing engagement are necessary to keep all stakeholders aligned and satisfied with the enterprise's progress. Leadership and management challenges. Need for mission driven and business savvy leadership. Avoiding founder syndrome. Building a succession plan for long term sustainability. Effective leadership is crucial to the success of a social enterprise. The founder's passion and vision might often drive the organization, but it's important for leaders to have strong management skills, particularly in business operations, finance, and strategic planning. Founder syndrome, where the founder becomes overly involved and resistant to change, can also limit growth. To avoid this, social enterprises need to build strong teams, delegate responsibilities, and develop succession plans to ensure the continuity of leadership as the organization scales. Maintaining long term financial sustainability. They have difficulty in achieving long term profitability. They are over reliant on external funding sources, balancing financial sustainability with social impact. Financial sustainability is a long term challenge for social enterprises. While the initial focus may be on securing grants or donations, relying on external funding can create financial instability. To become sustainable, social enterprises must create revenue streams that are profitable while staying true to their social mission. This often involves adopting innovative business models that combine social impact with scalable financial returns, ensuring that the enterprise remains viable without sacrificing its core values. Next one is scaling the social impact. It's difficult to scale social change beyond initial community. Challenges in replicating successful models in new contexts. Risk of diluting impact during growth. Scaling social impact is one of the greatest ambitions for social entrepreneurs, but it is often more complex than expanding a typical business model. For example, a social enterprise that provides clean drinking water in rural India might find it difficult to replicate the same model in an urban area where infrastructure and the needs of the population differ. The challenge is not just in scaling operations, but in ensuring that the impact remains as strong in new regions. The risk is that, in the pursuit of growth, the original mission may lose its effectiveness or become diluted. Social enterprises need to be adaptable, creating scalable models that can address local conditions while preserving the core impact. Next one is cultural and societal barriers. Societal resistance to new business models and cultural attitudes towards social change can hinder progress, overcoming local customs that may conflict with the social mission. So, many social entrepreneurs face resistance from communities that are accustomed to traditional ways of operating. For example, a social enterprise aiming to empower women through microfinance loans in a conservative community might encounter opposition due to entrenched gender roles. Societal attitudes, local customs, and cultural norms can be significant barriers, requiring the entrepreneur to approach change carefully and with respect. A successful strategy might involve educating and engaging the community, working with local leaders, and adapting the model to align with cultural sensitivities. Ultimately, overcoming these barriers requires persistence, local knowledge, and openness to modify approaches to ensure community buy in. So, aligning with the right partners. They have difficulty in finding mission aligned partners. They have a risk of partnerships undermining the social mission. They have to ensure mutual benefit in collaborations. So, forming partnerships with other organizations, businesses, or investors is often necessary to scale social impact. However, finding partners whose values align with the social enterprise's mission can be a challenge. For instance, a social enterprise focused on environmental sustainability may struggle to partner with a corporation that does not prioritize environmental responsibility, thus risking the enterprise's credibility and mission. An example is the partnership between Tesla and SolarCity, where Tesla's vision of renewable energy was aligned with SolarCity's mission to promote clean energy solutions. Clear arguments, agreements, shared values, and ongoing communication are crucial to ensure that partnerships enhance rather than hinder the business. Impact versus growth dilemma. There will be a tension between growing the business and maintaining impact. Growing too fast can compromise social goals. There is a need for strategic, deliberate growth. The desire to scale a social enterprise can create tension between rapid growth and staying true to the social mission. For example, the rapid expansion of a social enterprise that provides low cost healthcare in underserved areas might lead to compromises in the quality of service or increased administrative overhead, ultimately diverting resources from the social mission. Growth must be strategic with a focus on maintaining high standards and ensuring that the enterprise's impact on the community remains robust. A social enterprise like Grameen Bank, which started small in Bangladesh, focused on scaling gradually to maintain its focus on empowering the poor without compromising the integrity of its microcredit model. Public perception and trust issues. Public skepticism about the true intentions of social entrepreneurs. Misconceptions about profit making and social good coexistence. Constant need for transparent communication. Social entrepreneurs must work hard to build public trust, especially when the notion of profit alongside social good is still met with skepticism. For example, some people may assume that a business focusing on social impact is not as professional or as reliable as profit-driven company. To address this, social enterprises must be transparent about their operations and results. Tom's Shoes, a well-known example, overcame initial skepticism by demonstrating its one-for-one business model, where for every pair of shoes sold, a pair was donated to someone in need. Transparency, clear communication, and evidence of positive outcomes are essential to building trust. Resource allocation and prioritization. Difficult decisions on where to allocate limited resources. Balancing between social impact initiatives and operational costs. Need for strategic prioritization. Social entrepreneurs are often working with limited resources, and deciding where to allocate funds, time, and energy can be challenging. For example, an education focused social enterprise may need to decide whether to invest in hiring additional teachers, improving learning materials, or expanding to new locations. Prioritization is crucial to maximize both social impact and operational efficiency. A company like Warby Parker, which provides affordable eyewear while giving back through a buy one give one model, carefully allocates resources to ensure both profitability and social impact. Overcoming entrepreneurial fatigue, emotional and physical toll of leading a social enterprise. Burnout risks due to passion driven work. Importance of self care and leadership support. So, social entrepreneurs often pour their hearts into their business, especially when they are deeply committed to their social mission because it is their dream. However, the intense demands of leading an enterprise, combined with the emotional challenges of working in the social sector, can lead to burnout. For instance, Blake Mykowski, the founder of Tom Shoes, has openly discussed the toll that running a social enterprise can take on personal well being. So, entrepreneurs must recognize the signs of burnout and create space for self care, team support, and external guidance to ensure that they can sustain their passion and energy over the long term. Adapting to technological changes. Rapid technological advancement can disrupt business models, so they need to integrate new tools to stay competitive and balancing innovation with mission alignment. Technological disruption can be both an opportunity and a challenge for social enterprises. While new technologies can help improve operational efficiency and broaden social impact, adopting new tools comes with costs and risks. For example, a social enterprise that distributes affordable medicines may face challenges integrating digital health technologies like telemedicine or mobile health apps without compromising its focus on providing low cost services to underserved populations. Integrating technology must be done in a way that complements the enterprise's mission rather than distracting from it. Then influence of external shocks. So economic downturns and global crisis, example COVID-19. So and there will be political instability and policy changes. There might be environmental disasters impacting supply chains. So social enterprises, like all businesses, are vulnerable to external shocks such as economic recessions, pandemics, or environmental disasters. For instance, during the COVID-19 pandemic, many social enterprises in sectors like tourism, hospitality, and healthcare were forced to pivot or close down due to government restrictions or changes in consumer behavior. The ability to adapt to such external shocks is critical. Social enterprises like the World Central Kitchen, which provided food relief during the pandemic, were able to quickly adjust their business models to continue their work despite challenges. Next one is securing long-term impact measurement. Will be a difficulty in tracking long-term outcomes. There is a need for data-driven approaches and there will be stakeholder pressure to prove results. So, tracking long-term social impact is difficult because the results of social initiatives often take years to materialize. For example, a social enterprise focused on improving literacy rates may not see immediate changes in educational outcomes, making it harder to demonstrate success. So, to counter this, social enterprises must establish clear and measurable goals from the outset and use data driven approaches to track progress over time. Impact measurement tools like social return on investment or theory of change can help quantify long term social impact. These tools allow social enterprises to demonstrate their effectiveness to investors, donors, and other stakeholders. Developing a scalable business model. Scaling the impact of social solutions while staying sustainable. Lack of proven scalable business model in the social sector, and there is a need for tailored strategies for each market. Scaling a social enterprise involves more than just increasing sales or customer numbers. The challenge lies in expanding the social impact without losing the essence of the mission. For instance, a social enterprise providing renewable energy solutions to rural villages in Africa may struggle to scale its model in an urban setting where energy needs and infrastructure are different. Social enterprises need to develop scalable models that are adaptable to different markets and contexts. For example, D-Light, a company providing solar-powered lighting solutions to off-grid communities, successfully scaled its model by adapting it to meet diverse regional needs. Next one is the path forward for social entrepreneurs. Concluding, overcoming challenges requires resilience, innovation, and collaboration. Ethical and sustainable business models are key to lasting impact. Social entrepreneurs must continue to learn and adapt. So, the path to success in social entrepreneurship is filled with challenges, but these obstacles are not insurmountable. By embracing innovation, fostering collaboration, and staying committed to their mission, social entrepreneurs can overcome the barriers they face. Success in the social sector requires not just business acumen, but a deep understanding of social issues, empathy for the communities served, and resilience in the face of setbacks. The most successful social entrepreneurs will continue to learn, adapt, and refine their approaches to ensure that their ventures achieve lasting, meaningful change. Thank you.